All right, everybody, 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here. Did I hear that it might snow in Florida? I'm sure you've heard it if you've been on the internet, especially today because we're getting within about 5 days or so. We're talking Tuesday night into Wednesday. So still a long time out here in the future. But I figured, it's time we can at least start talking about it a little bit. And so let's start looking at the models. And what we'll do here is we'll start with the overall picture, which essentially says we're pretty unsettled, really, with the rain that starts on Sunday, but then Tuesday night into Wednesday, Thursday night into Friday, like most of next week, we're really unsettled. And at the same time, there's colder air pushing down. In fact, that's the reason why we're unsettled, because it's pushing the storm track down to the south. So look where you see where we're at right now. This is Sunday afternoon. The rain is actually ending. In fact, let me back up here a little bit. That's midday on Sunday. That's a rainy day right there. Saturday, by the way, kids, Gasparilla looks great. Now let's talk the chance for some snow in Florida. All right, here we go. This is Tuesday at 10 a.m. Obviously, all that you see out here is all rain. We're still warm, but there's the low developing here. And then here's the cold air running into it. And you see we've got snow up in Houston, southwest, southeast Louisiana. Yeah, it's possible. And then you've got the mix that's just offshore. I really think, this is probably all shifting a little bit more to the north. But that's where the European model is right now. There, look at that. That is Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. Let's zoom in here a little bit. Let's kind of show you what we're looking at. So obviously plenty of rain for the Tampa area. It's just all rain for us, all right? But the further north you go, you get into this pink area. And this is probably going to be some sleet in this line right in here, and then probably a little bit of freezing rain. And I think all of this will actually probably be a little bit further to the north than what it is on this map, because the model runs are flip-flopping. The European's been more further south with it. But that's 9 o'clock on Tuesday evening, and that's when we'll be watching for this. Now, if you've got friends or family, or you want to drive up to Tallahassee, look, they could get 2 to 4 inches of snowfall, right? If and most of you are from up north, you know what it's like when you get a snowstorm. We think it's going to snow Tuesday night into Wednesday. We don't know exactly where that rain snow line is. We'll know when we get closer. We really tend not to even know that until you get like hours, 12 hours before, maybe even a little more than that. I'm from the DC area originally. I know that rain snow line. It stinks because you're a kid. You want your name of your school scrolled across the bottom of the screen to say you're getting out of school. But I can just tell you from forecasting all of this, and you probably know, we don't know until pretty close to the event. So it's 5 days out, 4.5 days out at this point. Let's treat it like it is and see how the models go. But I think it's close enough that I can start talking to you about it. So that's Tuesday night. Now watch what happens as we go into Wednesday morning. Look at that. See? It's trying to sink it a little bit further to the south. This, to me, looks way south. And what that would mean is maybe some sleet, perhaps some freezing rain, because this is early. If the temperature could get down to 32 degrees, which I think would actually be hard to do, because at this point we've got winds coming in out of the south and the west. And yeah, there's some cold air, but that water is about 58, 59 degrees. And any kind of breeze coming in off of the water is going to put temperatures well above the freezing mark in Citrus County. So now I don't think the model has a good handle on that yet. And it usually doesn't. This is a global model, so that's tougher to do. But it's possible, yeah, we can see some sleet, maybe some freezing rain, maybe a snowflake mixed in Citrus County northward early on Wednesday morning. I don't know. I'm not too bullish on it. Okay, here's the colder air. Watch what happens as we go through this Saturday, and into Sunday. Here's the core of the cold. It's sitting up here in central Canada, starting to come down into the Midwest. Now watch Sunday and Monday. Yeah, it's coming down. And so you can see it all here. And we're right on the cusp. And that's why we have that storm track coming in our direction. All right, now, let's talk. Well, let me run this out a little bit. I'm going to run this out to Tuesday night. Look watch. I want you to watch the Tampa area. In fact, I'll go ahead and just zoom it in for you right here. Watch the warming that tries to happen. So you're going to see more green colors show up Monday night into Tuesday. And then Tuesday night, see that cold air right there? Some of it's in place when the rain gets here, and that's why it's saying that. But watch, Tuesday night into Wednesday, we got a little bit of warming before the cold air gets in here. So it's all going to be a timing thing, how much moisture is left over. But the northern part of Florida could certainly see a little bit of snow Tuesday night into Wednesday. All right, now let's talk Let's talk models. Okay, so here we go with the European model. I'm going to back this up here and kind of show it to you in timing. This right here is some rain that comes in. That's late Saturday night into Sunday. I think Saturday looks great. Sunday right there, that's a rain out, especially the middle part of the day. Okay. So Monday comes. Monday's a cool day, but it's not terrible. Tuesday, this is Tuesday morning around sunrise right there. Some rain coming in. This line, this is going to be tough to see. I'll try and point it out for you. But this line right here is called the 540 line. Anything north of there, this is up at 5,000 feet. Anything north of there is all frozen precip for the most part. That's just, there could be temp inversions in there, but for today's discussion, we're not going to go there, right? Everything south of there, generally, at least above the surface, is above freezing. Meaning anything that falls out of the cloud that's frozen precip, because it's cold up there, right, will melt just like regular rain does, but then it might run into some colder air at the surface. This is not showing us surface temperatures. This is showing us 5,000 feet. This is a good thing that we use to figure out if it can stay frozen all the way down, at least to the very low levels, you can get snow. If it's cold up there, obviously, always, but then it comes into some warmer air before it gets to the bottom, it's going to melt and become rain. Sometimes you get some really cold air under there, and that rain becomes freezing rain, okay? So those are some of the options, right? All right, now let's go out to the day in concern. This is, we'll be at Tuesday morning, or Tuesday afternoon, 4 o'clock, all rain for us. Look what the Panhandle's doing. Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. So if you wanted to go and check it out and this timing holds, you would want to get up there Monday night or Tuesday morning, early on Tuesday, okay? Because by the afternoon hours, in fact, let's just back up. This is 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. Looking good, right? Look at Tallahassee, the Western Panhandle. That's about 1 p.m. So if you can get there by then, you're fine, but you can see, look at that. That was 4 o'clock. You've got quite a bit of mess there. I-10 in the Panhandle of Florida is going to be messy. Snow north of that, and actually pretty decent amounts of the far western Panhandle and Mississippi and into southern Georgia. Now, that is 10 p.m. Tuesday night, and the pink is a mix of rain and sleet and probably some freezing rain in there. And I think that's a little too far to the south. Citrus County, just to kind of, if you're not sure exactly where it is right there. This is kind of our coverage area right here. Tampa's sitting right there, right? So you can see how far to the north it is. Now watch as we go through. That's overnight, 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. That's a mess on the roads if that happens. And then that's as we get into around sunrise on Wednesday. Still all rain in the Tampa area. And then you can see as we move through the morning hours into the afternoon, it's around 1 o'clock on Wednesday. Most of it's in here and out of here. Okay, so let's talk about snowfall potential. This is the European forecast model. It is gangbusters on the snow. This looks like way too much for my likes or my taste for the models. I would love to see a bunch of snow. But 3 to 4 inches in the Panhandle, could get an inch or two for sure. Certainly could. And maybe these numbers aren't that far off. It's got 6 near Savannah, right? That would be something. That would be something if we saw that. So that's the snow. But look at the European model when it's forecasting sleet. Now, sleet is kind of like raindrops, snow that melts becomes a raindrop, and then it comes into some cold air and it freezes. It's like little pieces of ice, and those hit the ground. You can hear those on your windshield, things like that. That's what this is saying. All in this area in South Georgia and perhaps out in parts of the north of the I-10 corridor. Not too much, but you can see that, right? This is freezing rain. That is a nightmare on the roads because you think it's just a wet road, especially when you're going over those overpasses, and it's not. It's a sheet of ice, and that can be very, very dangerous. This is a ton of freezing rain. And to get freezing rain in Florida is really tough to do, especially, I think, by this time. Let's look at the surface winds. They should generally be out of the south and the west. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. It's still going northeast. That's the reason why. Is that? Oh, no. Never mind. Sorry. Let me get the timing out here. Let's get up to Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday, right there. So northeast winds, and they're going to stay out of the north. So yeah, could do it. But take a look at the probability of seeing 1 inch or more of snow. This is that blue you see down in here, that's only about a 10 to 15% chance. All right, you get here in the Western Panhandle, and that area, this right in here, this green, that's about a 40 to 50% chance that they get at least an inch of snow. So if you want to see it, that's where you head, west of Tallahassee. Pensacola would be a great place to go, especially a little north of there. All right, now let's compare this to the GFS model. Let's see what it does. Let's go out to, well, actually, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday morning. Oh, look at that. This is Tuesday morning. It's a little bit fast. It's kind of a precursor is what that is. This is Tuesday night, 10 p.m. See the snow in the Panhandle? Not a whole lot. It's more rain down to the south. And then a little bit of a mix, North Florida, but nothing like what the European's saying. As far as snowfall amounts, look at this. What a big difference between this and this, right? That's the European forecast model. How much snow there is, that's the GFS. Big time difference. Now, sleet, not a whole lot, right? Remember the European had what? This for sleet? GFS has that for sleet. All right, now let's talk freezing rain. Very small little area in there. Now, the models are going to flip-flop. They're going to go back and forth. But bottom line, I know we need to keep an eye on this. We do have a chance of at least seeing a little bit of snow in Tampa. So, of course, I will keep you updated on this as we go through the next several days. Don't get your hopes up right now. Tampa will have school next week, but there is a chance that we get some snow in parts of the state, and, Florida natives might want to travel and go check it out. So Tuesday would be the day you want to get up there. We'll, of course, keep you updated on the timing as we get going over the next several days. Enjoy it, guys. Good time of year. We don't get a lot of cold air this far south this time of the year. I think just for the Tampa forecast alone, it's going to be chilly. Not getting out of the 50s on Monday, and probably not much on Tuesday either. So we'll keep an eye on it for you. Otherwise, stay tuned. Don't let any one model run make you sway your decision either way until we can start getting closer, okay? We're too far out in time right now for any of this to be set in stone. Have a good one, guys.